Scotland, Adventure Motorcycle Travel. Join me in my search of answers to my questions on what motorcycle travel means to me and maybe to you too. In a world of noise and trends towards the endurification of adventure through marketing and the rigid rules of what counts by the loudest voices, I'm in search of what truly counts, what it means to me. The whisper is louder than the shout, and dreams are to be chased. Adventure, the personal adventure of life, and personal growth of motorcycle travel. The dream trip with my dad to Europe on bikes. In today's video, I ride 548 miles in a day on the hottest day of the year to explore my ever-changing thoughts on travel, on bite size and more. I hope you enjoy, no matter what your approach, as everything counts and every approach matters. My adventure motorcycling has took many forms over the years, and now during this trip, the thoughts cast back to motorcycles I've already had. As I dialed out the noise, new thoughts have begun on my adventure motorcycling and what it really truly means to me. And most of all, spending time with my dad travelling together. Let's go and have some fun. I hope you enjoy this trip and my search for answers. Dad's adventure motorcycle chosen. What will be my next choice? Let's search for the answer together. Most importantly, have fun along the way. Okay everyone, just a time check. It is 4:21 in the morning and we are Scotland bound. We should be there for 7:57. This is Adaptable Adventure Rider and I'm your captain for the day. Okay everyone, the wind's very bad but yeah, we're getting there. It is 7:57. We are just leaving Moffat now. We are in Scotland's best kept secret in my opinion. Well, one of many, let's say. Scotland is amazing. I can't get enough of it. I love it up here. And yeah, let's see what today has in store for us here, everyone. One interesting thing, everyone's on the motorway there. We've got this beautiful road to ourselves. So yeah, the B7076 is really worth doing. It runs parallel to the A74M. It's the old road and no one uses it, so as you can see there's just me on it. Power of the future everyone. Clean energy. Here's the fun fact for you. Clean energy of the future. Did you know 97% of the UK's energy is coming from renewables now? Amazing or what? And the majority of it actually comes from Scotland. Us Scots, we invent the world. Let's do this everyone. So while I'm riding, I thought I'll have a little bit of a chat with you about bike choice. So as you know, I've got the Nx500 at the moment and she's delivering. Wow. So everyone's just taken away with the beauty of Scotland. So yeah, Nx500, she's delivering. This should be like a 600 mile day there or thereabouts, 650 maybe. We'll see how it goes. Can always cut it short if I need to. But here's the thing, isn't it? Motorcycle choice. I think it'll be quite interesting to see how the new bikes settle. You know, the KLE 500 and the BMW F450GS. What is a bit worrying is they're both sounding like the little vibe boxes, and this is quite smooth, I think. I don't know, I've been really addressing what bikes actually suit me at the moment, and I think there's two different directions I could quite easily go in. I'm never going to be an out and out trail rider. The 300 Rally, the T7 and the KTM 390 Adventure, they're trail adventure bikes, they're amazing. But I don't think they're the right fit for me, ultimately. Pull up here a sec guys. Salute for a tip. So off a side stand, get the nice balance point, leg over, right onto your footrest, because it's off camber. Just a tip. Do it at your own risk, as with anything in life. We were talking about the Nx500. Yeah, I think there's some really cool bikes come out. It's just a way up, isn't it? What what you look at. I mean, for me, as I was saying a moment ago, it's coming back to me now, I am not going to be an out and out trail rider, but I do enjoy going on gravel roads. It's something I've been missing a little bit. So out of the bikes I've had, I don't want something that's super peaky and super revver. So the Nx500 suits me perfectly. No, you know, the other one that I really like was the Hemi 450, but I think Royal Enfield just do need to improve on that parts availability when you walk into an official dealer. Obviously Hitchcock's is great, but it always just sort of concerns me something with big was to go under warranty. I did really like the Himalayan 450. It's just the engine characteristics suited me. It was, for me, it was the most GS-like non-GS. It had that same sort of sure-footedness that, you know, a weighty motorbike brings about. Yeah, I think that's the thing, isn't it, really? Yeah, the Hemi 450, the engine characteristic, it really suited me. It was just so nice. The way it made its power, it wasn't revvy, and I like the legroom, and I like the thicker handlebars. I like what you'd get on an older Norton. 1-inch bars with thicker grips. They're so underrated in my opinion for hand comfort. It was very smooth as well. Obviously it wouldn't be something you go above 70 on. It was sort of feeling tapped out just as it was getting a 70, but that didn't bother me. Yeah, I sort of thought it just sat nice, you know, 65, 70. You were doing 70, but it was like this. It was smooth on the handlebars, and you don't need more than that, not for Europe. And then you had the tubeless 21-inch front wheels. There was a lot I liked about that Hemi 450. A lot I liked, everyone. So that sort of is my standout. Obviously, for those that are new to the channel, we're mainly looking for a bike for Dad. That's been the main thing. Dad's got stage 3B stroke 4 prostate cancer, and I've bike hopped a lot because we've not been able to travel, and we sort of thought, well, I said to Dad, why don't I just change the bike out every so often? We can try all the different ones. Yeah, it's really worked out doing that, because you've got your car money that you're spending on the bike, and then you're just taking the hit of the depreciation, which is how I've sort of done it. A few people have been asking that. Really, I'm not having to find the majority of the money, just the depreciation. So as long as I've been sensible, not like gone and bought a 1300 GSA, as long as I've not gone and bought a 1300 GSA or something, we've been alright with that. Just watching it, there's a few tractors about. As I say, it's finding something that's got the road holding ability of the Nx500. It is tricky. I'd say it's a long distance road and light road, i.e. light gravel travel bike, the Nx500. It's not a rock hopper, but it doesn't need to be, because it excels where some of the other bikes they don't excel. Obviously I've done 70 mile an hour all the way up here. I'll put the fuel economy on the screen now, and now I'm having a load of fun. I feel fresh as anything, which is amazing. You know, it's hard to underestimate that sometimes. Well, this is Thornhill, everyone. I thought I'd just ride to the roundabout just to show you before I turn off for the route that I was going. It's I mean, this is another thing with the Nx500. It's doing these 20 zones alright. You know, it's a big tricky thing that not a lot of them can do it anymore. Some wall graves in there, everyone. You know, it's just so nice to see what I've seen before. As someone who's restored a World War II motorcycle, yeah, it's so nice to see the memorials being looked after. Everyone always goes right past Dumfries and Galloway, but these roads are spectacular. There's nothing behind me, everyone. I just had to show you that. Amazing. Wow. History everywhere you look in Scotland. It's one of my favourite places we're going through now. So cool. We got a lot of music around there. which being into my folk guitar is pretty cool. Joan Baez, everyone. I bet you didn't know this, but Dumfries and Galloway actually has its own microclimate, and many people often call it Scotland in miniature because it has almost every element of Scotland. But very much well worth coming to. And then you've got all the Burns connections and the Bruce, which are cool, obviously, of interest to me, with my family going all the way back to the Jacobites direct. My great grandpa was Scottish, and from Edinburgh to Nanton we've got lots of Jacobites in the family, and all the way back to the 1600s. My direct line's brother marries Annabel Bruce, who's a direct descendant of Robert the Bruce, which is pretty nifty. I do love it around there. Very cool. Lovely ride this, everyone. It's got everything, and I've got a full day of this. Can't wait. It's amazing. Just watching for pheasants now. Pheasant watch. But this is where the NX is good. It's just so capable. I mean, this is the great thing sometimes with the smaller bikes. You know, I'm absolutely wringing its neck and I'm doing 49 miles an hour. And I mean that in a good way. I can use the revs, I can get her on the cam. This is the only thing I'm unsure about, going back to a bigger CC bike. I do like this style of rider. I've had a lot of RD350LCs and 2-strokes and stuff over the years, and RZV 500R, and I like this nature in a bike a lot. Woohoo! Just crossed into the Galloway Forest Park. It should be pretty cool. I do love it around here. It is roasting, everyone. For anyone that says it doesn't get hot in Scotland, you're going the wrong bit. Got absolutely everything, this one. Wow. Okay, everyone, I didn't realise I was near this. It's the Raiders Road. This is something a bit different, everyone. What a beautiful beautiful ride, eh? It's only a 15 mile an hour speed limit on here, everyone, before anyone says anything. You might as well just sit down, to be honest, as Birchie would say. Well, everyone, this is cool, but the NX really wants to just go. That's the thing. But it's interesting to assess her for Dad. Run quicker. Pretty fun. Cool way of doing a day, you know. It's so much fun, everyone. Really, really cool. Yeah, it's nice, everyone. Just the heel exhaust guard just fouls you up. It shows you, everyone, how much I have actually learnt, because I feel like I'm crawling at this pace. You know, it shows the NX will do it, which is good for Dad. I didn't even know it was near the Raiders Road, and when I seen it I thought, oh, that'll be great, I can try it out for Dad. Fun. I didn't expect that. It was worth doing. A bit of fun. She just wants to go when she's on gravel road, which is cool. Good for Dad. Just scrub all the dirt off the tyres now gradually. Oh yeah, it was a bit of entertainment, eh? It puts it in perspective really. How much bike do you need? And that did it pretty nice. I imagine a Transalp would be a dream on something like that. Bear in mind everyone, I have done some trail riding on a 300 Rally in a T7. But I think the NX's biggest problem is obviously I've got a tarring screen on it now, so there's a bit close to your neck if you're going on anything quick. And just the heel guard, they kind of screwed up that Honda for a little bit with the placement on it, but it is what it is. Wow, what a beautiful place. Oh, a bit of ocean breeze, everyone. Wants us to go right, apparently. Let's go left first. Wow. Got a nice look at the beauty of Dumfries and Galloway here, everyone. So cool. Actually suffering though a little bit with the heat, so it says there's a Costa 5 miles away, and I'll stop there. I was gonna go to Wigtown, but they've resurfaced the road and it's massive chip-ins, and some of the cars were flinging them up. The last thing I want to do is punch the radiator when I'm so far from base. So yeah, let's crack on. Got a really nice view up the coast there. Pretty nifty. I'd love that house. That's some view. I am not gonna lie, I'm so did not expect to get so. I've not done a lot of like hot weather riding because I ride through winter a lot, so I'm pretty hot in the gear. I'm gonna have to change the gear before we do some of the Europe trips. It's just too hot for whatever the temperature is today. I'll put that up. And with the amount of time I've been in the saddle, so I've been riding since 5 AM, I've had a few little breaks. My derriere, for want of a better word, has got hot spots, and it's hurting. I'm sort of just on the edge of the pillion seat hump, just to take the weight off it a bit. Advantages of being tall, everyone, eh? To be honest, oh god, yeah, that's about where I need the seat for my legs, which is interesting. Wow, everyone, you are what? Yeah, so I think it's a bit of a way up what I get next. I don't know whether to go up a class of bike again. I mean, it's all got its pros and cons. This is always the way up, isn't it? But I kind of wouldn't mind having cruise control on a twin, and the only way I'm going to get that is to go for maybe something like an F900GS, but I've not really researched it enough yet, so I'm going to do more research on that. Transalp's obviously an absolute brilliant choice. See, I mean, the good thing is I'm not getting anything till October, so that's roughly when everything should be sorted, and then I can go and get the next bike once the house moves up. Right, everyone, motorcycle choice. As you know, Dad has got this Honda Nx500. I bought it from, sold me 390 Adventure R, and decided trail riding focused isn't my thing. I like what we did before, the Rebel Road, but at the TRF pace rather than that. The TRF code of conduct's nice at 25 mile an hour. Makes it a bit more enjoyable, and looking forward to doing some long gravel roads in Europe, you know, Sweden and all that, and Finland. It'd be amazing, Norway and stuff, and it's good to know this will be good for Dad, the Nx500, for that. It's just a way up of what do I want, obviously I'm still doing these mega long days. Now don't get me wrong, NX will do it perfect. This is going to be 376, 130 on that, about a 500 mile day. About a 500 mile day. I've cut it short because I'm struggling a bit with this heat, to be honest. So I thought, you know what, I'll go back. I need to put a cool cover or something on the seat. I've never had that before because I do a lot of winter riding usually, but it's the first time for a few years been able to get out in summer, and I have been struggling a touch. Keep some good visibility here. Yeah. So that's worth thinking about. I think the bikes I'm considering are the F900GS, because you've got the tubeless wheels in the cruise, and the Transalp, and then in the smaller bike, the Hemi 450 is a bit like this. It's sort of a chill travel bike, and I sort of did like that. Apart from parts availability, come on Enfield, really need to improve that. It was a problem with the 411, and I'm still hearing a lot of people having trouble with the 450. So come on, sort it out. It doesn't take much a company your size to keep a couple of Himalayan bits in stock. But yeah, that's my gripe. So what's the plan now? Look at that cool fighter jet, everyone. I don't know if you've seen it or not. There's been a few going over actually. Yeah, head back now. I'm going to have a long break when I get to the services because I am a bit tired. Not worn out tired, it's just my derriere, for want of a better word, is hurting from a hot spot I've got. So I just need to have a break. I have been pulling up in the laybys off camera. So how's it gone today on the Nx500? Yeah, I think she's run pretty solid, to be honest. I'll show you the mile per gallon when I get home, and I'll do a little conclusion. I cut the route short, as I say, just to be sensible really with this heat. I've been riding since 5 AM, so it's coming up to another hour. I've been riding for 12 hours. I've done longer days, but I just like to be sensible when I can, especially in this heat, because I've got winter gear on, which is usually perfect and it vents okay, but it's just not clearing the airflow today. I've been a bit hot, so I've been chasing shade when I've been able. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you had an F900GS, if you've ridden one, or did you go for a Boxer instead, 1250, like the 1200s I used to have. I used to have a 1200GS. Did 36,000 miles on that till a dealer destroyed the engine on the service. So that's a whole different story. Then I had the 1150GS, you know, and I had the 1200GS Rally and an F800GS. So I've had a few GSs, and the ergonomics always tend to fit me, and I think the Hemi was probably the next closest one to that fit me really nice. So yeah, we'll just see. We'll see what happens. But I'll catch up with you in a bit when I can think of some more to say. I've experienced a different aspect of wind protection today when it works against you. Great for the winter, the way this bike's set up, but we're cooking today. You need like a rally suit, but I think it's about 28 degrees. She's like pushing the upper limits, I think, with this sort of gear. I don't care what they say, doesn't vent good enough, you know, the laminate suits. But they're perfect for my usual usage case, which is winter. But that means gear shopping when I moved, because some of the places we want to go in Europe, other than Norway, are hot. So yeah, it's not a one gear fits all scenario. I think I'll copy what Mountaineers do. I think that's the way to do it. Layered, like I would if it was Mountaineering, rather than these one-piece suits, and just keep this for winter. But yeah, I think it's been very beneficial, to be honest. It's made me think of stuff from a slightly different angle, and I think that's always good. But I just don't know with the bike. I don't know what to get, I honestly don't. I love the character of the Hemi 450.
you know, a slightly bigger bike with a bit of cruise. Just settles in nice. It's all swings and roundabouts. 2 bikes, everyone. I need to go shopping for 2, but I can't have 2. Well, I could, but I don't want to. I just want a 1 bike scenario. So I think that's probably the short list mainly. Transalp, F900GS. I'd love something with a shaft, but they're getting a bit old now, the 1250s maybe, and I don't know about the 1300. I wouldn't want to spend 30,000 quid, there's no way. And then you're into 270 kilo bikes again. I think the mid-range bikes could be a good shout, whether it's a Transalp or the F900GS. The F900GS, from my perspective, because I'm a younger rider, is better as in the specs with like the tubeless, the acro, everything comes on it, so then it's not like causing insurance problems. But I've sort of found that it's alright, these manufacturers saying, oh, you can buy the pro level suspension for the 390, but some of them are really funny over it. I was finding that when I had that. It was strange because I've had Fireblades and all sorts, but it just shows you certain brands. I mean, it's like the Hemi's £350 more than this on the insurance, something worth bearing in mind. And 300 quid more than a Transalp, and the Beam is 300 quid more than a Transalp. They're sort of sitting at about 800, their main F900GS, and then the Transalp and this are sitting a bit lower. Yeah, something to think about, everyone. I'm going to knock the camera off so I can just put it in my pocket. So I'll see you in the conclusion, which will start now.
In many ways, the trip to Scotland answered many questions I had in my mind, with over 36,000 miles on a 1200 GSA. Before YouTube, and other long days on the channel, by the way, on a variety of adventure travel motorcycles, it's good to understand you can change your mind and direction. There are no rules. The answer to the question I was searching for is simple. There isn't one. The only question that remains now is what direction excites me the most. What direction with my adventure travel do I love? And most of all, which bike will complement Dad's Nx500 for our up and coming trip next year? The only answer really is ride what you love, ride what you enjoy, and there lies a true adventure in life, not items, or wealth, or status, or career titles, but happiness, true pure happiness with what you love. Dial out the noise online, jump on the motorcycle you like, and travel. I have a lot more thoughts to explore now, since the journey back. The direction has been chosen. It's long distance motorcycle travel on the road and gravel that I enjoy the most. Which bike is going to be the most suitable for me? Well, there's some thinking to do on that, and thoughts to ruminate on. I hope you've all enjoyed this video. If you've enjoyed it, like, subscribe and drop us a comment.